A pleasant good evening and welcome everybody to Oklahoma Christian School, the host for tonight's matchup between OCS and Bethany here on Your View. It's game night. I'm Steve Marshall. Mark Jeffries is alongside. It's your Oklahoma Ford Dealers game of the week. And Mark, as we get closer and closer towards postseason play, obviously everybody wanting to play their best at this time of the season. And we've got two good games for everybody to take in tonight right here on yourview.com.
Steve, should be a good one. Very excited about the boys' game. A Bethany team that I've been talking about all year long. And, you know, district play getting ready to start here in a little over a week. And they have struggled a little bit. They were involved, and we'll talk about it prior to that game, in a tremendous double overtime game that they came up a little bit short against Blanchard, but a very, very exciting team to watch. We will get more into it. They are in a brutal area.
All right, we'll find out more about that as we go on throughout our webcast here this evening. Again, thanks for joining us. The visitors, Bethany girls, come in with a record of 5-15 on the season. Their coach is Eric Saylor. He's in his first year at Bethany. He's also was on the staff at Edmond Memorial with Shane Coffey and was also a coach at UConn. And for OCS, their coach is Jeff Barnett, and he is in his second year as the head coach here at OCS, has 4 returning starters. And when I talked to Coach Barnett before the contest, he says his team is getting healthier. That's one of the main issues that they've had to deal with this year, and he felt like they had to win the rebounding battle here this evening. So it's OCS and Bethany. Bethany will be in their dark jerseys, and OCS in their home whites with the red and white trim. We're underway. Hope you enjoy it tonight right here on Your View, Oklahoma. Bethany will start things off with the basketball. Driving to the right side as we are just underway here this evening. Told Mark earlier I'd never been to this gym, and he said, "What? You weren't here in the heyday?" And
there's
had
so
to
much history.
Stop and think for a little while, but yeah. Blake and Taylor Griffin, of course, leading the way for that team. Seems like just a couple years ago, but man, it's been a while. Here's a drive to the basket. Good defensive play, tied up, loose on the floor, and finally picked up by number 24. That's Mackenzie Lynn. She takes a look at the sidelines to the coach, and they'll set it up on offense. Lynn to Corbin LeBlanc. And now Lynn drives into the paint, and her shot is blocked. So both of the first 2 shots turned back the other way. Loose basketball, near steal. Inside to Reagan Griffin. Just about the free throw line. Pitch it out. Here's a 3 from the left side on the way. In and out, no good. Rebounded, but stolen right back by Bethany. From the corner. Baseline 3, and that one is off the mark. Follow shot won't go. And OCS comes away with the basketball. Number 24, Mackenzie Lynn. 33 is Reagan Griffin as they move it around the perimeter. Number 12 in the starting lineup is Hannah Ellis, also Catherine McKinnis in the starting 5 for OCS. There's another block shot. We've had 3 or 4 blocks already here in the first couple of minutes. Nice pass, tough shot to finish. A little bit short. And OCS comes away with the basketball.
OCS actually played last night. They went up against Cassidy. Came out a winner, 52-26.
Got the double up on him last night. Looked at the 3, passed it up, now drives baseline, throws it up off the glass and good. And that is Corbin LeBlanc with the first 2 points of the contest.
This Bethany team, Steve, much improved. Last year they really struggled. Yes, they're 5-15, but they have shown signs. Very young, too.
Here's a steal inside, taken away by McKinnis. Feeds LeBlanc, shot up and good for 2. And a quick 2 points. 2 more points and a timeout called as OCS has gotten off to a quick start, leading it by a score of 4-0.
Nice move there in the paint. And we mentioned that the Bethany girls, they are 5-15. They've lost 7 in a row, but they got a big win against Chickasha, 46-26. And offense seems to be the issue, Steve. They are averaging less than 40 points a game, and it's really, really tough, especially when girls shoot the tray very, very well. And when you're scoring less than 40 a game, that's a big reason why they're 5-15.
Coach Saylor said 5-15, 14 of those 20 matchups have been against top 20 teams. So they've played a pretty tough schedule. Hopefully that'll be something that'll spur them on, and the regular season will pay off when the districts and regional tournaments get underway.
Very tough conference, too. The Canadian Valley, one of the toughest conferences in the state in Class 4A.
Loose ball on the floor. OCS has it. Trouble in the backcourt. Finally getting it to a teammate and across the timeline to Corbin LeBlanc. She's triple teamed, has it taken away. Bounce pass, lay it up for Bethany, and they get their first 2 points of the night. Basket there for Bethany by number 25, and that is Amelia Farney with the first 2 points for Bethany. 4-2 OCS lead.
Nice move inside the paint. Little hesitation, put it up and in.
Long shot for 3 from the far left side, misses the mark. Rebounded by Bethany's McKinnis. She comes back the other way. Nobody stops her until she gets right to the basket. Nice defensive play there by Mackenzie Lynn. Out of bounds. It'll still be Bethany basketball. They lead by 2.
So far, kind of sloppy. Still getting some open looks, though. And 4-2 with just over 4.5 remaining here in the first.
Bethany with the basketball. Move it around the perimeter. Zone defense set up. Get a good look at a 3. Shot on the way. Spins off, no good. And rebounded by OCS underneath.
One thing about that zone, Steve, you're going to get some open looks. Bethany's going to have to knock down some shots when they go to the zone.
In the paint, shot is up, altered, and a whistle and a foul. And it looks like 2 free throws coming the way of OCS, and going to the free throw line will be Reagan Griffin.
Did you see the cool photo that they had in the trophy case in the lobby as you walk in? They have a photo of both Blake and Taylor in their NBA uniforms. Obviously, when Blake was with the Clippers, who is now a member of the Pistons.
They haven't lost yet.
Yeah.
Pistons have gone undefeated since Blake came on board.
I actually attended a game when both of those players played here. It was standing room only. The fire marshal would have had a heyday with this gym.
1 of 2 from the free throw line is Griffin. 5-2 lead now for OCS. Bethany with the basketball.
OCS staying in the zone. Try to go high post.
Baseline. Bethany with the basketball, moving it around the perimeter. Number 11 is Sylvia Lambert. Inside, tough shot, no good. And rebounded by Mackenzie Lynn.
Another turnover.
Good anticipation, bounce pass inside, another rejection. OCS wants to get out and run. Bethany does a good job getting back, and they'll set up their half-court offense.
Steve, we have a total of 7 points, and I think there's been more turnovers and blocks
I think you're
than
right.
we have total points.
Here we go, back the other way again. Left side layup off the front of the rim. Won't go down, out of bounds, and it will belong to OCS. Bethany's had some opportunities, just not able to convert.
No doubt.
5-2 OCS lead. 3:09 left to go here in the first quarter of play. With the basketball now as we go under 3 minutes. 12 is Hannah Ellis. And this is LeBlanc out top. Penetrate, left hand, shot no good. Rebounded inside by Bethany. And a quick pass down the floor. They've been getting some open looks, as we said, just not able to convert here in the early going. Here's a drive left side, left it a little short. And another rebound inside. So just the one field goal to this point for Bethany. Good thing for them, OCS only has 2.
Bethany staying in the man-to-man. There's all kinds of room. Now they go flat, try to clear out for Griffin.
Tied up there. Drive, shot, up off the glass and good. 2 points there for Mackenzie lead, and it's a 7-2 OCS advantage.
Nice move there by Lynn. Coach wants a timeout, going to take a 30. And obviously the strategy there, clear everything out, let them go one-on-one, see if she can get to the rack. And a nice move inside there.
Talked about postseason. Bethany is going to open up at Weatherford, while OCS will be hosting Perry. Of course, Bethany a 4A school, OCS a 3A school. But you don't see much differential in the average daily membership or the enrollment at each school once you start getting down into the, well, after 6A, really everything gets a lot tighter, but 4A, 3A, 2A, there's maybe just a couple 100 or 200 that separate, teams from different classes.
Steve, we are at a private school. The talk of the town this week, at least from a high school athletics standpoint, was the submission of, I don't know, what would you call it, a manifesto, proposal, whatever you want to call it, on taking the private schools out when it comes to playoff time and having their own playoffs. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens to that.
It's been talked about for years, and again coming to the forefront just this week, or probably earlier than that, just now being reported on. Bethany with the basketball, trailing by 5, minute and a half left to go, first quarter of play, and a turnover.
Bad turnover there. Try to get something going against the zone, and just a continued number of mistakes by the Lady Broncos.
Meg Brady checks in for OCS, number 32. Bringing it up the floor is Mackenzie Lynn. Slow the pace just a little bit.
Let's see if they go flat again. That's what they're doing.
Throws it up with the left hand, is fouled on the play. So she'll be going back to the free throw line.
Steve, an interesting strategy. When you go flat like that, there are a lot of teams that are really good at changing defenses. You'll see a lot of teams automatically go into a 2-3 or a 3-2, and then people kind of panic because they don't know what to do because there's no room to attack. Obviously, that adjustment not made there, so looks like they're going to continue to go flat and see what kind of one-on-one penetration they're going to be able to get.
1 of 2 from the free throw line. It's now a 6-point, 8-2 lead for OCS. Bethany with the basketball. Here's a shot for 3 from the left side, and it's good. Shot up and good there by Devin Melton.
They're going to get open looks. They've cut the lead to 3 with that tray.
Near steal, wide open, middle of the floor. Shot is partially blocked and taken in. Back races Bethany the other way, all the way to the hoop, laying it up and good for 2.
What a nice move. Great job there by number 13, Bree Cotter, going coast to coast, cutting the lead to 1.
Quick 5-0 run for Bethany to get them back to within that single digit. Now with the basketball off the miss and an opportunity to take the lead. Knocked out of bounds by Corbin LeBlanc.
Let's see what kind of side out of bounds they run here. 23 seconds remaining in the first. Do you peel time off the clock, or you go ahead and score it if you got a good opportunity inside?
They've gotten the open looks, as you've said.
They're going to go for 1.
At the free throw line. Shot a little too strong, no good. Rebounded by OCS. They still have 12 seconds with which to work. Driving it to the hoop, putting it up and good. Nice basket there by Corbin LeBlanc.
Little quick to get that shot off by Bethany. Left plenty of time for OCS to convert.
Shot is partially deflected as the buzzer sounds, and that's the end of the first quarter of play. The homestanders, OCS, they've got a 10-7 lead as you tune in to high school basketball on yourview.com, your Oklahoma Ford dealers game of the week.
How do you become America's best-selling truck?
Come on, Briggs. Point
for your pitch, kiddo.
You give it best-in-class towing, payload, and with built-in Wi-Fi,
Yes!
the best seats in the house.
That's how it's done.
Just like his grandpa.
Even better.
That's Ford, America's best-selling truck 41 years straight. Now get into a new 2018 Ford F-150 with $4,100 appreciation cash, only at your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Hungry for pizza? Pick a pair. Mazio's medium one-topping pizzas are only $6.50 each. Pick your two favorite hot, fresh medium one-topping pizzas and get both for only $6.50 each. So go ahead, pick a pair, only at Mazio's.
Welcome back to OCS. First quarter's in the books. The OCS girls on top of Bethany by a 10-7 score. They got out to an 8-2 lead. A quick 5-0 rally for Bethany has them back to within 3 as we get ready to start second quarter play.
Two things, plenty of looks for the Lady Broncos. And now they come out in the second quarter. Looks like they're going a little zone.
See how OCS chooses to attack, and maybe before a charge could have been called, instead of travel is whistled for, and they'll turn it over to Bethany. Lady Broncos with the basketball, trying to continue the run that they have been on. Baseline drive, nice pass into the middle, shot up and good for 2.
Yeah, that's the improvement, Steve. They were not able to make that play last year. Vast amount of improvement for the Lady Broncos.
Basket there by Reagan Conrad makes it a 10-9 score. OCS has led the entire way. There's another good pass, bounce pass. Got it right where they wanted it, couldn't convert. Loose basketball taken away by Bethany.
Here comes Cotter.
Driving. Whistle.
That's a good call. Call to charge. Cotter a little bit out of control. But you can tell where her skill level is. She wants to get to the rack. If she sees a gap, she's going to try and attack and take it all the way to the rim.
OCS with the basketball and a 1-point lead. We're 1 minute into the second quarter of play here at Oklahoma Christian School. Little give and go, baseline, floater up and good. Nice shot there by Corbin LeBlanc, and she has 8.
That help side defense needs to rotate over when you get beat on the wing like that on the cut.
There she is again. LeBlanc with the anticipation, takes it in one-on-one, lost the handle, and it goes out of bounds, and it will go back over to Bethany.
Good anticipation by LeBlanc, but just cannot finish at the other end.
Sydney Wallstead checks in for Bethany, number 22. Averages 4 points, just over 4 rebounds per contest. Nice pass inside. Unfortunately missed the open shot. Asia Wynn had the opportunity, couldn't convert. Could have cut it back to 1. LeBlanc, nice move, wide open, look at a 3 on the way, short. And gathered in by Bethany.
Good weak side rebound there.
Bethany with the basketball, trailing by 3. They pass it around the perimeter up top. Alicia Garrett, number 20. And a whistle and a foul called there. And that's going to be on number 22 for Bethany. Foul there against Wallstad. And Coach Eric Saylor is wondering what that call was. Moving screen is the interpretation that I gathered out of that. Give and go again, baseline, kick it out top.
That's a walk.
Travel with the basketball. 14, Rachel Harris has checked in for OCS. 5:28 left to go first half. 12-9, OCS on top. Baseline. Good look at a 3 to tie it up, and it's good.
Nice shot there, taking advantage on the skip for the wide open tray, and we are knotted up at 12.
Amelia Farney with the basket. Comes in averaging 10 points per contest. Bree Cotter, their leading scorer, she averages 11.
Cotter.
Deflected out of bounds.
Cotter very active on the defensive side. You can see her. She's yelling at her teammates, really doing a good job on defense.
And that one's going to be called just a little too close on the defensive side of play. Foul there whistled against Alicia Garrett. OCS ball out of bounds right in front of the Bethany bench. All tied at 12. OCS had led most of the way, but Bethany has rallied back after trailing 8-2 at one point.
Bethany, now it's going to stay here. Are they staying in the zone? Kind of looks that way.
In the corner, shot for three. Little too strong. Bethany in there doing a good job on the boards. Get the rebound. Chance to take their first lead of the night. With the basketball was Olivia G., who was checked in.
Lady Saints still in the zone.
Oh, nice takeaway. Good job by LeBlanc. And she'll back it out. Shot for three, right side angle, no good. Saved back in, good effort by Bethany with yet another chance to try and take the lead. Shot from the deep side, up and good for three, and Bethany has taken their first lead of the night. Big basket there by Amelia Farney. She's hit 2 threes. And now a 3-point advantage for Bethany.
Lady Saints were sitting back in a 1-3-1 zone, and Bethany's making them pay.
Steal, shot up. Offensive rebound put back nearly went in. But going to the free throw line will be Farney. She had 2 points in the first quarter, already has 6 here in the second quarter, and she'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Steve, I really like the 1-3-1, but the one thing that you have to do when you throw that zone out there, it has to be very, very active. You have to trap in the corners. You really have to put pressure on to where you don't get open looks. Bethany got an open look that time, first time against the 1-3-1 when they switched to it, and they knocked it down.
First free throw misses the mark. That was the first free throw of the ball game for Bethany. Second one on the way is good as they extend their lead now to 16-12. 3:17 left to go in the first half. Pass to the corner. This is Mackenzie Lynn. Penetrates, throws the shot up, no good. And rebounded there by Wallstadt. Bethany drives the other way, and that's going to be a foul on the way up. Should be a 2-shot foul coming up again for Bethany.
I'm somewhat surprised. And I know they're trying to, the Lady Saints, they're trying to do as much penetration as they can, but Bethany doing a good job shutting it down. The nail is wide open. Coach always wants, you want to try and shut down that topside penetration, protect the nail. And the Lady Saints just having a free-for-all, but cannot convert once they get in close.
1 of 2 from the stripe again, but they continue their run. And now lead Bethany does by 5. OCS started strong. Here's a 3 from the corner. That rims out, no good. Lady Broncos back the other way in transition. Nearly lost it. Farney in the corner. Shot for 3 on the way, up and good. Nice basket there. And that is Bree Cotter.
She's getting it done on both sides, offense and defense. Really good first half for Cotter.
13-2, second quarters thus far for Bethany. Nice entry pass. Couldn't hang on to it. Lady Broncos back the other way. Bethany moves it around the perimeter. There's the free throw line jumper you're looking for. Shot no good. Follow. That's too strong. And OCS comes away with the miss. Back the other way. This is Mackenzie Lynn. Pulls up just beyond the free throw line. One and done. Bethany back the other way.
Little surprised that the Lady Saints are sticking with that zone, down by 8 with just under a minute and a half remaining here in the first half. Nice screen for an open look.
Farney with the deep three that's off the mark. Lynn comes away with the miss, and here comes OCS trying to get something going offensively. LeBlanc, cross-court pass. Nice anticipation and steal for Bethany.
Another turnover. Cotter to the rack.
Strong to the hole. Up and good for 2 more.
Heck of a first half for Cotter. He's doing a great job on both ends of the floor.
Cotter now with 7 points, and it's a 10-point lead. OCS led 8-2 at one point. Since then, it's a 20-4 run that has continued for quite a long time here for Bethany.
Let's see if they go for one. Leading by 10.
Take it away. Good job by LeBlanc. Drives in, floater good.
Obviously, LeBlanc can do some damage. She gets that look inside of 6 feet.
Baseline drive. Kicking it to the corner, then the wing. Shot partially blocked, fought for, tied up. Alternate possession says that it will stay down here, I do believe. With 4.5 seconds left to go here in this second quarter. Gets the inbounds pass. Shot is partially blocked.
America's play, count it.
Up and good. Farney with 2 more to close out the first half of play, and what a rally for OCS. They trailed 10-7 at the end of the first quarter, but outscored OCS, Bethany does, 17-4 in that second quarter, and they lead it by 10, 24-14 is our score at the intermission. We'll take a timeout, continue our webcast here tonight. It is game time on Your View, your Oklahoma Ford dealers game of the week. We'll be back.
Because every great accomplishment takes courage. Because one person can't do it all. Because dreams are worth chasing. MidFirst Bank will always be true to your money. With proven services that support all of your endeavors. MidFirst Bank, true to your money.
How do you become America's best-selling brand?
Go, go, go. Wait! Can you take the kids?
We've got room.
You make it so the morning routine stays routine.
Did you just upload your homework?
We have Wi-Fi, Mom.
That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand.
See you at 4.
Bye, Mom.
Bye.
Now current Ford owners can get a new Explorer with 0% financing plus up to $4,500 cash back only at your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Hungry for pizza? Pick a pair. Mazio's medium one-topping pizzas are only $6.50 each. Pick your 2 favorite hot, fresh medium one-topping pizzas and get both for only $6.50 each. So go ahead, pick a pair. Only at Mazio's.
Get into something good, like Brahms Double Dip Hot Fudge Sundae.
Get into something good. Get into something good.
2 big dips of Brahms Premium Vanilla Ice Cream. Rich and creamy hot fudge. A shower of toasted almonds, whipped cream, and a cherry. Now you've got something good. A double dip hot fudge sundae. Every day's a Sunday at your neighborhood Brahms.
Get into something good.
How do you become America's best-selling brand?
Want to see a trick?
You make it for those who need an extra hand
Moxie.
and a little heads up.
You okay, bud?
That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand. Now current Ford owners can get a new Escape with 0% financing plus up to $2,000 cash back only at your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Because practice pays off. Because it's better to give than to receive. Because there's no place like home. MidFirst Bank will always be true to your money, with innovative services that let you focus on what's most important. MidFirst Bank, true to your money.
Oklahoma. It's in our name. We are Oklahoma Farm Bureau Insurance. We're here when skies are blue and when you need us most. We are where you are, with offices in all 77 counties. From our urban streets to our winding country roads, we've been protecting Oklahoma since 1946, so you can focus on what really matters. We're the same Farm Bureau you've always trusted, now even better.
Welcome back to Oklahoma Christian School. Steve Marshall, Mark Jeffries, Bobby Rose alongside as we're bringing you action tonight. If it's action in February, that means we're either in postseason play or we're just right up against it, and that's where we are right now with postseason beginning next weekend for most of these schools. And at the end of the first half of play, we have Bethany on top of OCS by a score of 24-14. OCS led 8-2 at one point in that first quarter. After the first quarter, led it by a score of 10-7. Bethany charged back. They tied it at 12 apiece, and from there they outscored OCS 12-2 to give us our halftime score of 24-14 in favor of Bethany. So that's the girls' game. Of course, we got the boys' game coming up, and some interesting matchups still here in the second half of action. We've seen some type of promotion that everybody has, where they're taking half-court shots. I don't know what the prizes are, but actually had two in a row that went in.
That's the first time I've seen two in a row. I've never seen somebody hit two in a row like that. So first half action here, Steve. It was the Bree Cotter show for the Lady Broncos. An outstanding first half by the leading scorer for the Lady Broncos, I believe. And two things happened. Too many open looks that the Broncos knocked down, got a ton of second chances, and then the Lady Saints, they just could not convert once they got that initial penetration to try and really, really attack the rim. And way too many turnovers, way too many times they couldn't finish around the rim. Hence, that's why we have a 10-point lead.
24-14 is our score, with Bethany on top here in this girls contest. Bethany girls coming in with a record of 5-15, and OCS, their record at 8-11. We'll continue our coverage of high school basketball here on Your View. It is game time, and it is, of course, brought to you by the good folks at your Oklahoma Ford dealers. We'll take another timeout, come back, and get ready for second half action in just a few.
Because an open road is always calling your name. Because life is sweet. Because every moment counts. MidFirst Bank will always be true to your money. With convenient services that help you maximize the joys in life. MidFirst Bank, true to your money.
Hungry for pizza? Pick a pair. Mazio's medium one-topping pizzas are only $6.50 each. Pick your two favorite hot, fresh medium one-topping pizzas and get both for only $6.50 each. So go ahead, pick a pair. Only at Mazio's.
How do you become America's best-selling brand?
Go, go, go. Wait! Can you take the kids?
We've got room.
You make it so the morning routine stays routine.
Did you just upload your homework?
We have Wi-Fi, Mom.
That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand.
See you at 4.
Bye, Mom.
Bye.
Now current Ford owners can get a new Explorer with 0% financing plus up to $4,500 cash back, only at your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Because every great accomplishment takes courage. Because one person can't do it all. Because dreams are worth chasing. MidFirst Bank will always be true to your money. With proven services that support all of your endeavors. MidFirst Bank, true to your money.
How do you become America's best-selling truck?
Come on, Briggs. Wait for your pitch, kiddo.
You give it best-in-class towing, payload, and with built-in Wi-Fi,
Yes!
the best seats in the house.
That's how it's done.
Just like his grandpa.
Even better.
That's Ford, America's best-selling truck 41 years straight. Now get into a new 2018 Ford F-150 with $4,100 appreciation cash, only at your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Welcome back to Oklahoma Christian School as we get ready for second half action here tonight. Bethany and OCS girls game as the Lady Broncos on top, leading at 24-14. Will come your way again this Friday, and we've got an interesting matchup in 4A. Ada and Hera should be a good contest, good doubleheader.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Hera, obviously, not the same with the departure of Brady Manick, who's I'm telling you, man, I look for him to be in the league someday. I know some people say he's got a long way to go, but when you have that length and the ability to shoot the ball the way that he can, we'll see if he can make it. But should be a good one. The other thing is our first look this year at the man at Ada that a lot of people think could be the best point guard, shooting guard in the state in Kobe Burgess. So should be a good one on Friday.
All right. Meantime, we've got a big contest here. Second half of the girls' game, and then the boys' contest to follow right here on Your View. Thanks once again to our Oklahoma Ford dealers.
More action on Tuesday, too, as we visit the brand-new facility at Washington, Oklahoma, as they go up against a powerhouse into a Lada. And should be a great, great scene. I know people are very excited. That site is actually going to be a regional site, too. So very excited to see the new facility. Hey, they have one of the best indoor football facilities in the state. So they are doing things right there at Washington.
No question about it. Should be interesting. So that's our schedule to take us through the regular season part of the basketball year. And then, of course, everybody's going to be getting ready for postseason play. 24-14 our score right here with Bethany on top of OCS. And everybody's looking towards the hallway as though they're waiting for something.
The refs.
The refs. We need those guys, don't we? Old Reggie New and one of his co-workers taking the floor. Apologize, not familiar with all the referees throughout the state, but we are ready to go. Second half action here at OCS. It'll be girls basketball. Let's see if they can dig back in. They let in early, but Bethany closed out strong in that entire second quarter of play. Near steal.
Look who was all over it. Bree Cotter. She's everywhere.
She's been doing it all. Just a junior. Move it around the perimeter.
Oh, that was telegraphed.
Easy for Cotter. Left hand up and good for two more.
Does she have 12 now?
He has 11.
It's close. Not a good way to start for the Lady Saints.
As we mentioned, they started off 8-2, but it's been all Bethany since then. Lost the ball. Cotter had it, lost it, picked up by her teammate, and the Lady Bronx back the other way.
Saints doing a good job getting the ball inside. They just cannot convert and finish around the rim.
Strong hands. Got to have those strong hands. People are always swiping at it. Lose the basketball that way.
Cotter.
Driving and scoring two more. She will not be denied tonight. Doubled up now on OCS, 28-14. Looking for some help. Penetration, shot up, no good. And rebounded by Cotter. Outlet, Bethany driving the other way. That shot's blocked out of bounds. Good defensive effort there by Mackenzie Lynn.
I've been reading a lot of stuff on attacking zones, Steve, and one of the things that have come to fruition is you want a lot of movement. Not only ball movement, but you want body movement, player movement. And the Lady Saints, they're just kind of standing around against that zone.
The drive, shot up, no good. Whistling a foul. Probably in the act of shooting and going to the free throw line will be Corbin LeBlanc. She led OCS in that first half of play as she scored 10 of the 14 points.
The Lady Saints are going to get back into this. They really need LeBlanc and Lynn to start converting around the rim. Chipping away.
Both free throws good, 28-16 our score. Now a little full court.
Little diamond in one press. They handle it no problem.
Baseline, get the kind roll, shot up and good. And the basket there for Amelia Farney. She has 11.
Once again in the paint, no good. Man.
Struggle for the ball, and Bethany's going to get it.
Lady Saints, once again, doing a great job getting the ball inside, but just cannot convert and finish around the rim. And that's no problem there.
Should
That's
be
a
an easy
layup.
two.
Yeah.
Cotter feeding Farney underneath. She gets the easy two. And it's back up to a 16-point lead. OCS looking for some answers. Good look at a three there on the way. That's good. Well, you called it. LeBlanc needs to come up big.
Yeah.
She has all 5 of their points here in the second half, and it's now 32-19. As we'll take a timeout, continue our coverage here on your view. It's Game Night, brought to you by your Oklahoma Ford dealers.
How do you become America's best-selling brand?
Want to see a trick?
You make it for those who need an extra hand
Moxie.
and a little heads up.
You okay, bud?
That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand. Now current Ford owners can get a new Escape with 0% financing plus up to $2,000 cash back only at your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Welcome back to OCS. 32-19, the visiting Lady Broncos on top of the Saints here in girls action. Of course, we got the boys game to follow.
Hey, what are you doing tomorrow? You're a big signing day guy?
No, I'm not really. I always, so often so many of those guys don't pan out. We just saw a guy, I can't remember who it was for OU, that was a 4-star linebacker, and they moved him over to offense, and he's left the team. So I always, but it is a big day for a lot of people. No question about it, but not so much for me in particular.
Around here, Sports Talk Radio will be full
Absolutely.
of signing day.
OCS on the drive to the basket, left hand, no good. One and done. Back the other way comes Bethany.
Another example of Lynn getting to the rim that can't finish.
Cotter, follow, good for 2.
Second chance, give it to Cotter. What does she have, 17 now?
She has 15 if my numbers are right.
Unofficial.
Unofficial. Always have to have that caveat in there. Lost the basketball, pass a little bit behind the intended receiver, and Bethany comes back the other way. This is Lily Rothwell, who's checked in the lineup. 22 is Wallstead. Got the wrong team, wrong roster.
I thought Jackson's not in the building yet. What are you doing there? Looking forward to see him play. He has been a menace to me ever since middle school.
Long shot for 3. Up and good.
Jackson, he can play a little bit. Wow.
Timeout. Coach is wanting a timeout so he doesn't get a 10-second call. Clock stopped. 3:51 left to go. Third quarter here. 34-22. It's Bethany up by 12.
They're chipping away at it. They went to the press, and really that turned into a scoring opportunity for the Lady Broncos. So you need to turn the volume knob up a little bit on the defense, put a little bit more pressure on, but more importantly, you got to finish around the rim.
Well, you hit me up on the calendar, so the NBA trade deadline is coming up.
Yes.
So did Blake Griffin as we're at his home here this evening. Did he go to Detroit to only come to Oklahoma City? Doesn't look like it, as well as Detroit's doing with him.
I don't think so. Wishful thinking.
Right.
A lot of fans would like to see that happen, but I don't think so.
Be interesting to see what moves are made. So many people have adopted now. I guess the franchise is in its 10th season here in Oklahoma City. And if you talk to coaches, talk to AAU coaches, they have definitely noticed an influence on youth basketball.
Oh, yeah.
Whether it's the youngsters that are playing. I'm coaching a little 5th grade team, and you're coaching as well. So there's a lot of interest, a lot more basketball interest in the state than there used to be for sure. Bethany, corner, Farney for 3. Just missed the mark.
Second chance.
She races out and gets the rebound. Lost it. Turned over. OCS. Wide open look at a 3. On the way, and it's good.
That's back-to-back trays. They have cut the lead to 9.
Nice little rally by OCS. Whistling a foul. That's going to be on LeBlanc. .309 left to go here, third quarter.
Let's see what happens. Cotter is out of the game now. See what the Lady Broncos do.
Can't imagine she's going to stay there very long.
Now they're starting to trap out of that zone. Cause a turnover, so let's see if the Lady Saints can convert after that turnover.
Defense kind of pushed her along that sideline there, took a step out of bounds, and so it's OCS basketball. Chance to further dig into that lead. Nice ball fake, shot on the way, up, just missed. Rebound inside, pulled in by Bethany. Reagan Conrad is in the lineup. Lady Broncos with the basketball. Farney.
They got the baseline runner. Nobody's looking at him yet.
Shot for 3 from the left side. Got the rebound and taken away. Nice job by Mackenzie Lynn. Comes away with the steal. Big possession here for OCS as they're fighting back. Drive, nice shot, underneath. Got it to fall. Finally fell in. Reagan Griffin for 2, and just like that, we've got ourselves a 7-point ball game. Nice little 8-0 run here for OCS.
Well, you have 2 trays, and then what did they do? They finished at the rim. That's how you put together an 8-0 run. Knock down a couple shots and then take care of business when you're in the paint.
By my bookkeeping, and we all know that that's suspect, Bethany led at one point by 16 at 32-16. That was the biggest lead of the contest. So since then, it's an 11-2 run that has OCS right back in this thing, trailing by 7, 2:03 left to go, third quarter.
I haven't heard that term for a while. Bookkeeping.
I'd rather not.
You're dating yourself,
Yeah, that's
Steve.
right.
I think I took that class back in middle school, maybe.
I think I might have skipped that class. My wife would tell you so anyway. All right, little pressure again by OCS. It's paid dividends so far.
Cotter not back in the game for the Lady Broncos.
A little surprised at that, aren't you?
Yeah.
Kind of need a stabilizing factor out there right now. OCS
Traps coming.
Pushing and pushing, and they get the steal.
You do not want to be in the corners when the trap's coming, obviously. But guess who's getting ready to enter the game?
Cotter back up off the bench, ready to go back in. Shot for 3 from the left side.
Oh.
It's good. How about this comeback? Mackenzie Lynn, another 3. We got ourselves a 4-point ball game, 34-30.
Hey, I called that one, Steve. What'd I say? You have to get Lynn and LeBlanc back in the game. They've hit 3 threes and converted inside the paint. Back comes Cotter with the $1:30 left here in the third.
So When she gets back in, do you naturally say, "Welcome back, Cotter"?
Now you're really dating
I couldn't pass that up.
Dude, man, there's so many kids out there and people watching, they have no idea. We are referring back to a sitcom that took place during the 70s with Gabe Kaplan and John Travolta.
Yes. The students that are watching probably have no idea. Hopefully there's some parents out there that are tuned in here this evening.
Hey, I was talking to my players. They did not know who the White Shadow was. Do you remember that show?
I remember it.
It was in the 70s.
But I can't remember the name.
Nobody even knew about
Ken
it.
Howard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great show.
It lasted like 5 or 6 years.
Yeah. I'd forgotten all about that.
One of the all-time basketball series, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that takes me back. I hadn't thought about that in a long time.
We'll see if we can YouTube that up sometimes. I'm sure there's got to be some YouTube footage of that. But, yeah, the White Shadow, that was the basketball thing back in the 70s.
We could probably make a whole new show out of that.
Yeah.
4-point advantage. Cotter just back in the lineup, takes the baseline route, leaves it up a little short. OCS comes away with the rebound with a chance to get closer. On the wing, drive, put it up, left it short. Bethany gets the rebound, and Cotter heads back the other way.
Still have the lead. Settle down a little bit. Handle the pressure. Don't get into position for the trap. Trap's coming.
There's Cotter from just beyond the free throw line. In and out, no good. Good, strong rebound inside. Pulled down by Reagan Griffin.
Still a good look by Cotter.
Drive to the basket. Shot a little strong. One and done. Back the other way.
Let's see if they go for one with the lead.
Cotter came back in. It looks like OCS kind of backed out of that full court defense, but it looks like they're going to come up with a steal anyway. Driving to the basket, putting it up off the glass, and good for two.
Yeah.
Nice job, Corbin LeBlanc.
Every turnover when the trap comes has happened in the corner, Steve. They need to progress downhill, move the ball downhill, just like that right there. Look at that.
Shot up, no good, but fouled on the play, going to the free throw line with just 12.4 seconds left to go in this third quarter. We got ourselves a 2-point ball game.
Yeah, quite the rally. Knocking down some threes and finishing around the rim, but the Lady Broncos continue to put the ball in that area that you just do not want to get into when a team is trapping you. Take care of the basketball, handle the pressure, go downhill, and good things will happen. You know, a lot of teams, they pressure up like that, especially early, just to make you take a bad shot. They want to try and rush you, but you got to handle the pressure and knock down free throws.
Missed them both. OCS now with a chance to tie it or take the lead. 5 seconds left, third quarter. Cross court, deep corner, 1 second. Got to get the shot up. They will not. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. But what a rally. A 16-2 run has OCS right back in this ball game. After three, they trail it 34-32. As you're tuned in to Your View, it is game time. Brought to you by your Oklahoma Ford dealers. Back with the fourth quarter when we return.
How do you become America's best-selling brand?
Go, go, go. Wait! Can you take the kids?
We've got room.
You make it so the morning routine stays routine.
Did you just upload your homework?
We have Wi-Fi, Mom.
That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand.
See you at 4.
Bye, Mom.
Bye.
Now current Ford owners can get a new Explorer with 0% financing plus up to $4,500 cash back only at your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Hungry for pizza? Pick a pair. Mazio's medium one-topping pizzas are only $6.50 each. Pick your 2 favorite hot, fresh medium one-topping pizzas and get both for only $6.50 each. So go ahead, pick a pair. Only at Mazio's.
Back live at Oklahoma Christian School. Steve Marshall along with Mark Jeffries bringing you all the action here tonight. Boys and girls doubleheader. It looked like we had a blowout for a while as Bethany led OCS 32-16, but then OCS goes on a 16-2 run at the end of that third quarter, and we've got ourselves a 2-point ball game. Bethany on top, 34-32. They have the basketball.
Trap coming again. Have to handle the pressure. Don't get caught in the corner. Bad spot. Oh, and a turnover.
lost control of the basketball, out of bounds, and back over to OCS once again with an opportunity to tie or take the lead.
Lynn and LeBlanc had a great third quarter. Now we're going to get a turnover. So we went turnover, turnover. Here at the start of the fourth.
For Bethany, you've got Forney in the lineup. Also Asia Wynn. Cotter, of course, and there's a steal, and back the other way comes OCS. Chance to tie it up. Left-hand layup is good, and we're all tied.
LeBlanc having a heck of a second half.
I've got her for 19 now as we're tied 34 apiece. 3 for Bethany is up and good.
All right, the bleeding stops. Knocking down the tray. Nice shot there by Farney.
She has 16. And now a steal back the other way. Going to reverse it, left it up short, but she'll get the chance to go to the free throw line.
She kind of got bailed out there, Steve. She was going away from the rim, really extended out about 5-6 feet, and just kind of threw it up there and got hammered. So let's see if she can knock down the throws.
Cotter at the free throw line. Gets the first. Unofficially 16 for her. Second one on the way. She got them both. OCS battled back to tie it. Quickly back down 5.
Lady Saints, they've won 3 out of the last 5. Let's see if they can finish it here. Another nice penetration, but could not convert around the rim.
Cotter with the basketball, backs it out.
Trap was coming. They handled it.
High post and then back out on the wing. Baseline drive, lost her footing.
Crazy shot.
A little slow to get up. Back the other way, drive to the basket, left hand too strong. Offensive rebound, put back, that won't go. And another try, it still won't go in, but she'll get to shoot 2.
Griffin doing a great job battling on the boards, but definitely should have been an and 1.
Griffin 1 for 2 from the free throw line tonight. Misses the first. And she's got a second opportunity with 6:04 left to go in this fourth quarter. Another free throw on the way, and this one is good. Back to a 6-point advantage for OCS.
Looks like the Trap's coming again. They had a great amount of success, not on the full court, but once they got it past the line, there it caused another turnover.
Saints with the basketball, trailing by 4. Good battle, draws the double team. Dump down low into the post. Moving around the perimeter, ball is kicked. Out of bounds, 5:26 left to go here. And it will still be OCS basketball.
How many points did you say LeBlanc had?
I've got her for 19. Shot from the corner here, 3 ball is good.
Lynn with the tray.
That's her 3rd tray of the night.
Trap coming. Trap coming.
Shot from outside is no good.
Cotter's going to be called for over the back.
Over the back.
See, I mentioned it earlier, Steve. Even though they didn't create a turnover, they caused the Lady Lions to take a quick shot like that. You know, even though with a 1-point lead, you don't have to rush things when the pressure comes. And not necessarily a bad shot. You could just get a better shot. Peel some time off the clock. Now, the Lady Saints have a chance to rally back and take the lead.
Wide open look at a 3. It's good.
She is on fire.
Mackenzie Lynn, 3 more, and it's a 2-point advantage for OCS.
They're going to keep the pressure coming right there. Oh, they're going to call a foul on that.
I haven't seen a game that has gone, one way decidedly for a long period of time and then have the opposition come right back and turn the trick right back on them.
Kind of like the market the last couple of days, right?
Something like that. Loose ball.
Handle the pressure.
Tipped, controlled, OCS. LeBlanc. Shot no good. Rebound pulled in by Bethany. 4:25 to play. 2-point OCS lead. Entry pass and a timeout taken by Bethany. 4:18 left to go in the contest. 41-39. OCS has rallied back and they have taken the lead.
Is that a 30 or full? It's a full.
All right, we'll take a timeout ourselves. We'll come right back here on Your View.
Because every great accomplishment takes courage. Because one person can't do it all. Because dreams are worth chasing. MidFirst Bank will always be true to your money. With proven services that support all of your endeavors. MidFirst Bank, true to your money.
Welcome back to OCS. 4:18 left to play. Saints have battled back after trailing by 16 at one point. Now have a 2-point lead. Been a game of momentum changes, no question.
Well, big key in the second half. Corbin LeBlanc knocking down the trays. I think she has 3 or 4.
Lynn has a bunch, and LeBlanc
She had
a couple as well.
3? Maybe 3 here in the second half.
Yeah.
The other thing is Bethany's inability to handle the trap.
Out top, Bree Cotter, stolen away. Good job defensively. Left-hand layup, good for 2 more.
LeBlanc having a heck of a second half. And it's pretty apparent that the Lady Broncos cannot handle the pressure right now. That's
And
another
a turnover.
They really turned off the volume on the D, did the Lady Saints, and it's causing all kinds of problems for the Lady Broncos.
Cotter's actually going to take a seat right now. And OCS has rallied a lot behind this young lady, Corbin LeBlanc.
Plenty of time left. Make something happen. You got to get a stop here, though.
Mackenzie Lynn has been a spark here in the second half. Here's a shot from the left wing. On the way and good. Wow.
She is on fire here in the second half.
Now a 7-point lead for OCS.
Another turnover.
Going in for the layup. 2 more and a foul.
Difference in the game, Steve, has been the pressure. The trapping, smothering defense by the Lady Saints here in the second half really kind of exposed an issue that the Lady Broncos have. Cannot handle the pressure. They're not getting the open looks. They're not getting the easy buckets that they had in the first half. You take that and combine it with the ability to knock down the tray. That's a recipe for a disaster for the Lady Broncos and a 10-point lead for the Lady Saints.
In effect, it's a 26-point turnaround after they led by 16. Now Bethany trails by 10. Cotter's on the bench. Here's a shot from the corner, and that gets the roll and goes in good for a 3.
All right, have to get a stop here. Really need to pressure up. And on the other side, the Lady Saints really need to take care of the basketball. Smart shots. Be good with the basketball right now. What happens? Turnover. That just puts 20,000 gray hairs in a man or woman that coaches when things like that happen.
Trying to take care of the basketball. Couldn't do it. Now Bethany trailing by 7, still 2:40 to play. And another steal. Driving to the basket, takes the foul. Really no choice. And going to the free throw line once again will be Corbin LeBlanc. I've got her for 24. 18 for Mackenzie Lynn. I mean, it's been those two primarily. 1-2 punch for OCS. Free throw good.
Steve, when that pressure comes, you have to learn to adapt and really look for the person that is peeled off of whoever's coming to double on that. You got to get the ball to them. You need to go downhill rather than going parallel on the floor, and it's just caused all kinds of problems for the Lady Broncos.
51-42, loose basketball. Still got to get it across the timeline.
Downhill, look downhill. There you go.
Driving, stops, puts up the shot, traveling the call. 2:25 to play. What a nice victory this would be for Coach Jeff Barnett and OCS again after they trailed at one point by 16 points. Working some clock. As we now get down to the 2-minute mark left to go in this ball game. Penetrate, kick, open three, good look, short. Out of bounds, Bethany basketball, 1:51 to play. And quickly up off the bench for Bethany and checking in. Number 25 is Amelia Farney.
Pressure coming. Go downhill. There you go. Look downhill. Not parallel.
That time, lucky. LeBlanc a little late in getting to her spot, called for the foul. Clock stop with 1:43 to play. Cotter from the deep corner, in and out, won't go down. Loose, out of bounds, OCS basketball.
Just over a minute and a half remaining here in the game, Steve. The difference, knocking down trays by the Lady Saints and the pressure that came on the trap.
Double team, somebody's got to be open, drives to the basket, fouled on the play, and going to the free throw line for OCS will be Mackenzie Lynn. She had 3 points at halftime, Mark.
Wow. Really good defensive team, Steve. They do a good job when you go with the trap. That is not where the turnover occurs. How many times have we seen Lynn and LeBlanc steal when they're trying to make that pass once the pressure comes? Multiple times. So good defensive teams know how to anticipate, create that turnover, not on the trap, but on the next pass.
Biggest lead of the game now for OCS. They're up 11, minute 23 to play. It's a 27-point turnaround.
Crazy shot.
Off the side of the backboard. How about the shot Trey Young made last night that hit the top of the backboard and then had enough spin on it and went in?
Crazy.
I don't think I've ever seen that. Long pass, anticipated it.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
With the steal, pull up three from the left side, won't go. Bethany comes away with the basketball as we go under a minute to play. Cotter tried to go up, whistle there. We've got a foul with 55 seconds remaining. 11-point advantage for OCS.
Kind of got bailed out there. Knock down a couple here, get a turnover. Knock down a three. A glimmer of hope then.
Free throw from Cotter is good.
What is she, a junior?
Yeah.
Is that right? Man, she plays hard. She's got a good-looking shot, too.
Makes both free throws. 9-point lead for OCS.
Trap coming. Got to get it on the next. Look at the next. Yeah, coach wants a timeout.
He could see that coming. He was calling timeout right away, and he gets it with 47 seconds left. His team on top, leading it by 9. Don't forget, boys game coming up. I'm sure you've seen Bethany this year. Have you seen OCS boys play?
I have not, but I do know they have suffered a tremendous amount of sickness. The flu bug hit them. Also injuries, ankles, knees. And then they had one of their starters, I believe, actually went on a missionary trip. So In talking to Coach today, he said, I think we finally got everybody back.
That's a good feeling. Man,
Yeah.
the flu this year has been unbelievable.
Yeah, we'll get into a little bit more details on the boys' game. Really interested in seeing Bethany's point guard once again, Mr. Burns. Number 0 is only a sophomore. The kid can play. He is really the engine that makes the Broncos go.
OCS with the basketball. They have the lead, up by 9. Bethany traps, pass down the floor, deflected out of bounds, time off the clock, now 39 seconds left.
There was your chance right there.
With the basketball,
That's almost a 5 count.
Lynn taken away, stolen by Bethany, but they need a lot in a short period of time. Driving, shot blocked, follow shot no good. Rebound taken in by OCS.
Take care of the basketball and you got a W. This thing's over.
Across the timeline, lob pass to the front court. Shot no good, whistle foul, and going to the free throw line will be Reagan Griffin. And this one's all but over, 11 seconds left. And right now, a 9-point advantage and a trip to the free throw line for Reagan Griffin. Misses the first. She has 4 points on the night, now 5. Put it back to a 10-point lead. Final seconds ticking off the clock. Loose basketball, 3 seconds. Rolling towards the out of bounds. And that'll do it. A victory for OCS. In what fashion? Down by 16 to win by 10. A 26-point turnaround as they win it. Final score 54-44. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll wrap up our girls contest. Get ready for the boys game as it is game time right here on Your View, brought to you by your Oklahoma Ford dealers. We'll be right back.
How do you become America's best-selling truck?
Come on, Briggs. Wait for your pitch, kiddo.
You give it best-in-class towing, payload, and with built-in Wi-Fi,
Yes!
the best seats in the house.
That's how it's done.
Just like his grandpa.
Even better.
That's Ford, America's best-selling truck 41 years straight. Now get into a new 2018 Ford F-150 with $4,100 appreciation cash, only at your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Hungry for pizza? Pick a pair. Mazio's medium one-topping pizzas are only $6.50 each. Pick your 2 favorite hot, fresh medium one-topping pizzas and get both for only $6.50 each. So go ahead, pick a pair, only at Mazio's.
Welcome back to OCS as the girls' game has gone final. What a rally and what a victory for the Oklahoma Christian School girls here tonight as they come from behind and win this ball game. Final score 54-44 with playoffs coming up next week. That's a good sign for Coach Jeff Barnett and his OCS girls.
No doubt they moved to 8-11 on the season. The big difference, a second-half scoring fest by 2 of his players, Mackenzie Lynn and Corbin LeBlanc, did a great job beyond the arc, and they finished around the rim. Steve, the big difference maker, though, was the defense. The trap killed the Lady Broncos, and a nice W going into district play.
All right, so as you can see, both the boys' squads are on the floor. Still about 8.5 minutes before we get ready for that contest. Unofficially, quickly, leading scorers, and again, I'm missing a few points. I apologize for that. Corbin LeBlanc, I've got her for 26. Mackenzie Lynn had 20, and Reagan Griffin had 4. Leading scorer was Bree Cotter for Bethany. She had 19. Amelia Farney had 16. Reagan Conrad with 5, and Devin Melton had 3 points. But again, your final, OCS girls win it by a final of 54-44. We'll take a timeout, continue to get ready for this boys contest right after this on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week.